Hey everyone, so we're finally in October, which would mark the start of the fourth quarter of 2022. So let's get into what's in my wallet. But in this video, I'm not just going to go over what's in my wallet, I'm also going to be strategizing on how to reduce the annual fees across my entire credit card portfolio. Now, I think it's very important to evaluate your annual fee cards regularly so you can be proactive and downgrade, product change, or cancel any of these credit cards that are no longer getting you the value that you want. So with that being said, let's just jump right in. So here are the cards in my wallet for this quarter. You can see that I'm using the American Express Morgan Stanley Platinum card to get 5x points on flights and 5x points on American Express FHR hotel stays. I'm using the American Express Gold card for 4x points on dining and 4x on groceries. I'm using the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card for 3.5x on travel, 3.5x on dining, where AMEX is not accepted, and 2.625x on everything else. And I'm using the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards credit card for 5.25% cash back on gas and 3.5% cash back on Costco purchases. Now I know what you're thinking, Stan, didn't you reveal pretty much the same exact setup in quarter 2 of this year? And didn't you reveal the exact same setup just last quarter as well? And yes, you'd be absolutely right. My setup has been pretty much the same now for 3 consecutive quarters, and this really is by design, so let me explain why my setup hasn't changed. From my perspective, there are 2 types of credit card setups, ones that have rotating categories and ones that don't. I think these What's in My Wallet videos are great for showing off a credit card setup if you have rotating categories that change each quarter. But my setup isn't designed around rotating categories, it's actually designed around a core group of cards for routine spending with supporting cards for added benefit. These supporting cards play a number of different roles, including keeping my credit score high by increasing my average age of accounts and holding higher credit limits to lower my credit utilization, having separate accounts for business spending, being used as keeper cards for a specific credit card benefit, or being a transit card for a sign-up bonus. And for those setups that have rotating categories, for example, with cards like the Chase Freedom Flex and Discover It cards, these setups have to change depending on what the 5% categories are that quarter, and that's just not the way I want my setup to be. I want to be in control of the categories should not be in control of me. So with that being said, I think I've now created the setup that works best for me, and I don't have any plans to make any major changes to this core setup, which means that this may be the last What's in My Wallet video from me for a while. But there's still so much more to talk about with my current setup, and specifically in this video, how to reduce my annual fees across my entire credit card portfolio. And I want to go into that in just a moment, but first I want to make a special announcement for the channel. For those of you who comment regularly on my videos, you now have the ability to earn badges through a channel membership, so let me show you what those look like. So here are the tiers that are available. As a new member, you'll start with this new member badge. This badge represents a starter credit card, whether it be a student card, secured card, or your first unsecured credit card. After a month, you'll move up to the first month badge, which is this blue card here. Think the Chase Freedom Flex or the American Express Blue Cash Everyday cards. Great cards, but still considered to be cards at the start of your credit card journey. Next month, you'll start getting into the higher tier cards like the green card, and you'll keep this card until the 6-month mark where you'll be upgraded to the gold card. Of course, modeled after popular cards that we all know and love. Then, at 12 months, you'll get to the platinum card level before you get to the top tier black card at 24 months. Just like in real life, it takes time and patience to move up the credit card ladder to get those higher tier cards and to maximize the value that they have. There's only one membership offer right now, and that's the Tadpole level, which costs $2.99 per month. With that membership, you get the loyalty badges I just described, custom emojis to use in the comments and in live chat as well as priority reply to comments. Now, of course, nothing else about my channel will change. I'm still going to provide consistent, high-quality, valuable, and educational content about credit cards as always, and I'll continue to answer your comments and questions personally. But if you'd like to show your support with access to these loyalty badges, definitely consider signing up for a channel membership. Oh, and one more thing. If I ever decide to add higher membership tiers with better perks and benefits, anyone currently in the Tadpole level will be grandfathered into the highest available tier at the original Tadpole price level. All right, now back to the video. So again, I think it's really important to evaluate your annual fees every so often, so we're going to do this exercise in this video. I actually had a viewer, Leo Prito74, hope I said that right, who commented on my total credit card portfolio reveal video, was waiting to see the total cumulative annual fees. Next time then, cheers. Well, Leo, because you ask, let's total up those annual fees, shall we? So here's an updated overview of my total credit card portfolio. It's changed a little bit since my credit card portfolio reveal video, since I did just get the Bank of America Business Advantage Customized Cash Rewards card, so that new card is now reflected in the lineup. And here's a portfolio with the annual fees listed over each card. You can see that I have a total of 15 cards, with 6 of those cards having annual fees. The American Express Morgan Stanley Platinum at $695, the American Express Gold card at $250, the American Express Classic Platinum at $695, the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite card at $550, the Delta Reserve card at $550, and the United Explorer card at $95, with total annual fees of $2,835. So let's get right into my plan for reducing these annual fees. I'm going to do a separate video on my reasoning for this, but I think targeting the low-hanging fruit is the best way to get started with this strategy. So I recently product changed my United Explorer card down to the United Gateway card, eliminating that annual fee and reducing my total annual fees down to $2,740. Next up, I try to look at my supporting cards with annual fees to see if they're bringing me value. In my portfolio, these cards are the American Express Delta Reserve card and the American Express Platinum card. Now, if you've been following my channel, you know that I don't really fly Delta that much, and in terms of the AMEX Classic Platinum, I personally don't find any benefit in having multiple Platinum cards, so both of these cards are on the chopping block for sure. So I plan to cancel both the American Express Delta Reserve card and the American Express Platinum card next year. The Delta Reserve card will be canceled after the first year, and as I received a retention offer for the Classic Platinum, I'll also cancel that after 1 year as per their terms and conditions. This will free up $1,245 in annual fees, reducing my gross annual fee total down to $1,495. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, but what about retention offers? Aren't you curious to see what those are before you close these cards? Well, no. You see, my goal here is to eliminate annual fees, and so regardless of what is given as a retention offer, I don't want to be spending $1,200 in annual fees. Could this bring me greater value if I fully maximize after getting a retention offer? Yeah, of course. Do I want to go through all the effort to do so? No. I want to spend time doing other things. And so that's the reason why I'm not going to go after the retention offers for these two cards. Okay, so now we get to the core setup, which include the American Express Morgan Stanley Platinum, American Express Gold card, and the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card. Now, the Amex Morgan Stanley Platinum and the Amex Gold are here to stay, but there is an opportunity to downgrade the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card next year down to the Bank of America Premium Rewards credit card, which only has an annual fee of $95, but has the exact same multipliers. At this point, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to keep or cancel the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card because I can definitely make use of the statement credits. So assuming that I can keep this card for the next year, here's the breakdown of my effective annual fees in my core setup. The Amex Morgan Stanley Platinum has an effective annual fee of $0 pre-tax since I qualify for the engagement bonus. We won't go into the specific Platinum benefits that get me even more value out of this card, but I'll save those details for a separate video. The Amex Gold card has an effective annual fee of $10 since I use the $10 Uber credit and $10 Diamond credit each month. And the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card has an effective annual fee of $100 since I take full advantage of the $300 airline incidental fee credit and the $150 lifestyle credit. So in total, this reduces my gross annual fee total from $1,495 to $110 pre-tax. And personally, I'm definitely okay with paying that effective annual fee, especially since I'm not even counting any of the American Express Platinum card benefits that would definitely bring net positive value to my overall credit card setup. So as of Q4 of 2022, this is my overall credit card setup. I think that my core setup will remain as I start applying for new cards in the future to take advantage of elevated sign-up bonus offers as they come up. And perhaps you may not be a fan of cards with high annual fees, and that's okay. There's actually other no annual fee cashback setups that are just as good as the setup that I have. And if that's the case for you, check out this video here where I go over the best no annual fee cashback setup.